Support, you've helped make MyPillow become one of the fastest growing companies in America. Over the last 12 years, you've helped MyPillow create thousands of jobs right here in the USA.
When I got MyPillow, I'm asleep almost immediately. I stay asleep at night and I wake up more well-rested in the morning.
That's why I invented MyPillow. My patented fill adjusts to your exact individual needs and helps keep your neck supported and aligned.
Call or go to MyPillow.com. Use the promo code and save over 50% with Mike's 4-pack. You'll get 2 MyPillow premiums and 2 Go Anywhere pillows. It's one of his best offers ever. Order now.
With our 60-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to lose. Sleep well, America!
For the best night's sleep in the whole wide world, visit MyPillow.com.
Smallville's Kristen Krug stars.
Something's making these girls sick. We have to figure out what it is.
Burden of Truth, summer series, tonight at 8/7 Central.
Find the Quad Cities CW on 26.1, 4.2, and on these pay services.
Finally for you today, C-spot run and jump off a cliff.
This pooch can't contain her excitement. The Jack Russell Terrier heads right for the cliffs and dives right off. TT the dog even does synchronized dives with her owner. Sign her up for the Olympics.
Pretty cool. And that is Inside Edition for today. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you right back here next time.
And now, here is your forecast first with Chief Meteorologist Andy McRae.
Some rain heading into the Quad Cities tonight. We do have a flash flood watch in effect. The heaviest showers and thunderstorms, they'll pass southeast of the Quad Cities, but you can see it's a pretty big widespread shield of rain, and that's coming into the Quad Cities here this evening. So once it starts up within the next hour or so, it'll keep up for a few hours. We made it into the lower 80s, and right now 78 degrees. My forecast, first showers and thunderstorms moving in and a lot of clouds and a big drop in the temperatures coming up. For the first time in a long time, it'll feel like fall outside later this week. More on the rain and the cool down here in a few minutes on Local 4 News at 5.
Thieves are using new methods to break into cars. One local man who's picking up the pieces after being targeted. And a major road closure in the Quad Cities, what it could mean for traffic.
WHBF is local for you. This is Local 4 News at 5.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us for Local 4 News at 5. I'm Tiffany Lundberg. Jim has the night off. The small city of Kelowna is now the latest victim of the ongoing issue of car thefts in our area. The Kelowna Police Department is looking for those responsible for more than a dozen car thefts and break-ins over the last few weeks. Police say these incidents are more than just crimes of opportunity. They've escalated to smash and grabs. The uptick in these crimes have left neighbors feeling uneasy, and tonight one Kelowna man says he never imagined that something like this would happen to him. That is tonight's top story. Local 4's Kelly Bowles joins us in the newsroom with what he had to say. Kelly?
Tiffany, Travis Swanson says he's lived in this small city for most of his life and says crime in Kelowna is almost unheard of. Today he says he never imagined this would be an issue by him, and especially not in his own driveway. A little more than a day has passed, but Travis Swanson still can't believe what he woke up to Tuesday morning.
And my whole entire window is literally just shattered. And there's glass all over the floor, on the outside. There's glass all over the chairs on the inside.
Leaving him to pick up the pieces.
My mouth dropped. It was like, not me. Like, I literally see this all over the news, all over Facebook. I live in a small town, so I was like, this is not happening to me right now.
But he isn't the only one looking for answers.
Last 2-3 weeks, we've had about 20 to 25 car burglaries, car thefts, people getting into cars, ransacking them.
And they send him out, and he's telling me that I was the third phone call this morning.
It's a spree of crimes that Travis says are almost unheard of in this quiet city.
I can't even begin to explain how shocking it is, such a small town.
But now, these crimes have hit home.
It was very violating. Like, you feel violated.
And it comes with a hefty price tag, one that won't be easy to pay after recently losing his job.
I'm now trying to figure out how to pay my bills as well as get my vehicle up and working up on the road again.
For Travis, this isn't just a Jeep. It's filled with family memories, especially with his son.
We do everything with this vehicle. This is a lot of miles are put on this vehicle.
And while the window can be repaired, he says some damage can't be undone.
I'm always going to see that when I look out that window.
Now he says he'll be keeping an eye out because crime seems to be everywhere, even in Kelowna. And Travis went on to urge everyone to be aware of your surroundings, don't leave valuables in your car, and don't assume it can't happen in your neighborhood. In the newsroom, Kelly Bowles, Local 4 News.
Kelly, thank you. And Local 4 News has asked Kelowna Police where these crimes are happening the most, but they say this is a citywide issue. They are asking anyone with information about these incidents to contact their department or the Henry County Crime Stoppers. We are learning some new details about a gruesome discovery last week. That's when a human skull washed up near Burlington, Iowa. Local 4 News reached out to Henderson County coroner, who says he thinks he knows who that skull belongs to. He says he'll need to check dental records first. North Scott Junior High is still getting back to normal after a student brought a loaded gun to the school on Friday. The school superintendent says they brought in counselors from other districts yesterday to help students deal with that incident. The superintendent says while many students received counseling on Friday, he wanted to make sure that the faculty got the support that they needed.
Actually, we had all of our staff members meet in groups with the outside counseling. We just wanted everybody to have a chance to talk with somebody and talk as a group.
And the superintendent says they will continue to have outside help at the junior high through the end of the week. Coming up tonight on Local 4 News at 6, what the district is doing to evaluate its security plan. If you see news happening, forward it to Local 4. Just download the Our Quad Cities app. It is available free on both Android and Apple devices. You can get breaking news notifications and also share stories that you want to see highlighted right here on Local 4. First responders tell Local 4 News they don't believe there's anyone in the Rock River after they received a call about a possible rescue this morning. Crews were on the scene at Black Hawk State Historic Site around 9. Police tell Local 4 News they're still investigating that incident. It's by an area of the Rock River that Rock Island City officials say is extremely dangerous with rising water and swift currents right now. In a post on Facebook, they are asking people to stay off the water just south of Ben Williamson Park. Well, for the next couple of days, the Quad Cities area is expecting quite a bit of rain as well, and restaurants near the waterfront say they are prepared. The National Weather Service reports the chances of thunderstorms will happen, but that's mainly in the afternoon and the evening. There's also chances of flash flooding and heavy rainfall. Local 4 News spoke to local businesses that say this isn't the first time they've had an experience with Mother Nature like this one. The manager of the Front Street Brewery in Davenport says she knows how to keep customers happy despite the weather.
We get on our social media, we kind of start pushing our specials. We do specials for beer and certain foods once it gets above flood stage so that we can get customers in here as normal so our sales don't go down.
And she says she's learned this tactic when the restaurant endured extreme flooding 4 years ago. A major detour is now in place in downtown Moline. That's as crews start directing traffic away from a closed portion of River Drive. Local 4 Sean Locking joins us live from Moline. That's by the I-74 construction site, and explains how businesses are reacting
Tiffany,
to this
crews
closure.
started moving in barricades this morning, closing down River Drive here between 19th and 23rd Streets. It's all to make it easier for crews to complete this span of the new I-74 bridge. With no traffic coming through here, it'll make it easier for them to get steel girders into place. This one arriving just a few minutes ago, spanning 113 feet. But as drivers find their way around, downtown businesses also tell Local 4 News they're a little more concerned with this closure impacting their bottom line. It's as up until this point, the project really hasn't been keeping away customers.
So far, it really hasn't been too bad. Up until the closing of the road, I'm a little nervous about that today. But for the most part, the traffic has been pretty steady still.
Burns also says that she relies on people driving in front of her storefront to bring in shoppers. Now, a good thing about this closure is they don't have to worry about it for too long. Transportation officials tell us that this This barriers will be in place through September 21st. Live in Moline, Sean Logging, Local 4 News.
Sean, thank you. Well, one of the Beatles is making a pit stop in the Quad Cities. A lot of people very excited about this. Paul McCartney has confirmed that he's returning to the U.S. 5 confirmed dates have been announced, including one at the Tax Layer Center on June 11th of 2019. If you would like to win free tickets from our station, Local 4 News, use your email or social media account to sign up on our website, ourquadcities.com. Chief Meteorologist Andy McCrae joins us now. It's some good news on this kind of very gloomy day, gloomy week, really.
Yeah, a lot of clouds out there, and there's more rain coming up here a little later this evening. And soon enough, we'll see a big change in the temperatures, too. Some weather we haven't felt in a long time coming up. Here are the numbers from today. Still pretty close to normal so far. 82 the high today. The normal high is 81. A little bit of rain reported at the airport so far. More of it coming up this evening. I'll have a lot more next on Local 4 News at 5.
WHBF is local for you with Jim Needleman, Tiffany Lundberg, and Chief Meteorologist Andy McCrae. This is Local 4 News at 5 in high definition.
Visit local pros who know on ourquadcities.com.
Over 1 million of our loved ones are in nursing homes today. We hope and pray that they receive the best care. Unfortunately, too often that doesn't happen. Every day we receive calls from families heartbroken that their loved ones are suffering from severe bed sores or have broken bones after falling, as well as many other unexplained injuries. These are often caused by nursing home neglect or abuse, and is devastating to your family. You only have a limited time to file a claim. Don't wait.
Call 1-800-541-7111.
We love getting 11% off everything at Menards, especially when we're taking on big projects like our laundry room. We're saving in every aspect, from the Clearview cabinets down to the Tide detergent. You can get it all in one stop, and the 11% savings keeps us coming back. We saved over $500 on our laundry room, and I can't wait to start our next project.
Your next project starts right now with 11% off everything at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Got to go for a challenge for Jay? Submit it on ourquadcities.com. Then watch Local 4 News at 10 on Mondays to see Jay go for it.
For the best brands at great prices, forget the department store. Shop Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Our best price promise guarantees you the lowest price or we'll match it on top brands like KitchenAid, Cuisinart, and Yeti. Join us this Saturday and Sunday for in-store demos going on throughout the store. From 10 until 2 each day, test and sample products before you buy them. From brands like Benjamin Moore, KitchenAid, Keurig, Lem, Peak, and more. Saturday, September 8th and Sunday the 9th from 10 until 2. That's genuine value from Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Running free in a U.S. Adventure RV. Frying up the breakfast, bacon in the showbiz state. To sunset at the Golden Gate. From the mountains to the Mississippi Palisades. We're running free U.S. Adventure from a travel trailer out in Yellowstone. Through the rolling hills in a rolling home. The good life begins when you're on the road. Running free in a U.S. Adventure RV.
And now, Chief Meteorologist Andy McCrae with your local pinpoint forecast.
Temperatures ended up in the lower 80s today, called for a high of 81. We hit 82, so that's within 3 degrees. The accuracy streak now up to 4 out of 5 for the month of September, so far 3 in a row. All right, big weather story tonight. We have rain coming into the Quad Cities, so flash flood watch continues for a while longer this evening. The rain's been heavy at times in Johnson County, along Iowa City, and in some surrounding areas too, just outside of our coverage area. But Johnson County under a flash flood warning for a little bit longer this evening, as the rain totals there have been between an inch all the way up to almost 3 inches, and that's all been falling on ground that is already very saturated. So a flash flood warning in Iowa City, a flash flood watch in the Quad Cities until midnight tonight. As far as the warning goes, this is the area that's included in the warning. It includes portions of Benton, Iowa, Johnson, and Lynn counties. And again, that goes until 7 o'clock. So I can show you the rain over the last several hours. You can see it has been a lot rainier west of the Quad Cities today than it has been in the metro area. But this is a 5-hour loop, and you can see it's been raining for the majority of the day. This is what's happening right now at 10 minutes after 5 o'clock, We have some rain coming down in Henderson County in Illinois, also Warren County. County in Illinois, south of Monmouth. Some thunder and lightning. Now, a lot of these thunderstorms, they'll actually pass just east of the Quad Cities, but the steady rain that you see in the yellow and the green, this is all moving up into the metro Quad Cities. So we will have a rainy Wednesday evening. For a lot of people driving home in the next couple of hours, if you don't make it home within the next 10 or 15 minutes or so, then the rain will start up for a lot of us in the Quad Cities. Temperatures under the clouds, we were still mild today. We made it into the lower 80s, and now it's 77. But notice the readings just off to the northwest in the lower 70s. That's where we'll end up over the next few days. So a big noticeable drop in the temperatures coming up. Here's our Blaine's Farm and Fleet Skycam. You can see all the clouds around, and the clouds are a little darker southwest of the Quad Cities. That's the direction the rain's moving in from here in the next 30 minutes. At the airport, it's 77, still a little humid out there. Our temperatures will be cooling down, and again, we do have the showers moving in for tonight, and the chance for rain will linger into tomorrow also. Radar loop now. You can see the heaviest rain south of the Quad Cities. That passes off to the southeast, but it's already raining in Muscatine, Wapello, Washington, and that rain is heading into the Quad Cities tonight. So our Futurecast brings in the wet weather for tonight, and some of that lingers into Thursday morning. And then as we get to Thursday evening, it'll be cloudy and cool with not as much rain falling. And then as we get into Friday and Saturday, the remnants of Gorton, they'll drop some heavy rain mainly south of the Quad Cities. There is an update to our chance of rain this weekend. You'll see it here in just a moment. First, though, tonight, showers and thunderstorms with heavy rain, 64 for the overnight low. Tomorrow, rain ends pretty early. It'll be much cooler with a high of 72. 7-day forecast now. Look at the rain chances this weekend. I've lowered them a little bit, and the heaviest rain definitely stays well south of the Quad Cities. This will affect more places like St. Louis into central Illinois than it will here in the Quad Cities. So a little bit of improvement there to the weekend forecast. All right, weather trivia time now. Checkers, our sponsor this week. When was the last time we had a high of 70 degrees or cooler? You can see the choices there. We have a few days coming up when the highs will be right around 70 degrees. So a little taste of fall on the way here later this week. Let me know what you think, and we'll announce the winner 1 hour from now. We always do that on Local 4 News at 6.
70 sounds nice right now.
Yeah, it sounds like it'd be even better if we had some sunshine. I don't know if we'll have a lot of that this weekend, but at least it won't be as hot as it's been over the last couple of days.
All right, thanks, Andy. Still to come, he has been named Citizen of the Year. A longtime social justice activist, is recognized by the city of Rock Island. You're watching Local 4 News at 5.
Portions of Local 4 News are brought to you by Ford.
Are worried and stressed about their jobs, bitter and mad at their...
It's easy to understand what causes the negativity. When everywhere you look, real needs are being ignored. Manufacturing's been slipping away for years. Small businesses and farms struggle to survive, and families live in fear that one bad break could cost them everything. Yet, it seems like every decision in Springfield is fueled by perks and benefits for politicians, even when nothing gets done. I'm Greg Johnson. Springfield should lead by example. I say no budget, no pay. In fact, I'll fight any pay raises for politicians, and I'll refuse a pension. Let's start serving people again by creating more apprenticeships to learn a trade and career training so young people and adults can get the skills they need to get a better paying job. I'm from East Moline, and I spent 32 years working in corrections, and I am a proud union member. I'm Greg Johnson, and I plan to lead by example.
This fall, Survivor returns with an epic season of biblical proportions. Survivor, David vs. Goliath, premieres September 26th.
New this fall, the Johnsons are moving in.
This is our son, Grover.
Grover? Grover Johnson?
The Neighborhood premieres October 1st.
Whether you want to defend yourself, lose weight, or find a new hobby, Spellius Martial Arts has classes for everyone. Little Tigers learn basic starting skills, discipline, and focus. Taekwondo teaches self-defense while building confidence like nothing else. Thai Cardio is a real workout with a kick. Feel healthy in body and mind. Try a class for free and set your own schedule with morning, noon, and night classes. Spellius Martial Arts at South Park Mall in Moline. For confidence, exercise, focus, and more, call 292-4444.
In the Quad Cities area, there's pizza, and then there's Maria's Pizza, your best bet for authentic Chicago-style pizza. Treat yourself to a variety of gourmet deep dish masterpieces and other homemade favorites, made with only the finest and freshest ingredients available. Family-owned and operated, Maria's offers big city flavor with a friendly small-town atmosphere. It's a delicious slice of Chicago right here in your own backyard. Stop in, or better yet, call about our expanded delivery area. Don't settle for ordinary pizza. We'll see you at Maria's Pizza in Kelowna.
Welcome back. We are speaking with the Rock Island Citizen of the Year in this week's Rock Island on the Record. That is Eudell Watts III. He has long been involved in social justice issues right here in Rock Island. We welcome Eudell. Thanks for being here this afternoon.
Well, thank you for having me.
You've lived in Rock Island a long time, right?
All my life.
You were telling me...
See, I was born at a young age, and I stayed here.
And you were telling me you delivered papers, you had a route around the city.
I actually did have shared a downtown route with a student friend of mine when we were in grade school, yeah.
And you delivered papers to this building.
Sure did, yeah.
A lot of good memories. Over the years, you've been involved in several organizations. Do you want to tell us about some of those organizations and why they mean so much to you?
Well, you asked me about staying in Rock Island, and you know, I've lived a life of a lot of firsts at my age, and I think during my high school years, I was actually the first athlete of color at the Catholic high school that I attended. And I would like to tell people I did not make a very good Jackie Robinson. But anyway,
you're a joker too.
Right. The principal of school was a wonderful man that chose me as one of the student delegates to one of the service clubs downtown Rock Island. And that kind of got me interested in that. Later on, I became involved with the JCs, and that was a big part of my life. And there were a lot of things that happened during that time. 1972, I got involved with the Big Brother program, and a lot of the fellas did overnight because it was just something to do. And in a year or less than a year, most of them you didn't hear about it anymore. But I had a young man in my life till 2003, and I think it did just as much for me as it did for him because of the ups and downs that we went through together. And
it's amazing. You've done so much for this community. What was it like when you heard that you were named Citizen of the Year?
I was surprised. I still think that some of the ladies from the library had something to do with it, although they deny it or they play like they didn't. But no, I was surprised and humbled.
And you got to be Grand Marshal in the parade this year as well.
Yes, it's quite an experience, yeah.
But what was that like?
That was a very humbling and unique experience. Several years ago, I got to go with one of my good friend, went up on the wall as a ex-NFL player in Buffalo, and we went into the stadium with 73,000 standing ovation people and it's right up there with that. You know, I got to go out on the field with him, and it was just a wonderful experience, and this is right up there with that. I never saw during that parade, I didn't realize so many people that I knew in such a short period of time. I didn't realize I knew that many people in Rock Island.
Congratulations to you. You deserve this honor.
Well, I hope so. Like I said, I'm humbled by it. My family's been very appreciative and happy about it. So all I can say is thank you.
Congratulations. Thanks for joining us this afternoon.
You're more than welcome.
Of course. Still to come, a book by a Watergate author is angering the president. What he's saying about the Trump administration. You're watching Local 4 News at 5.
Portions of Local 4 News are brought to you by American Family Insurance.
Hey, honey, do you know that Diamond Dave's has 99-cent margaritas on Thursday with a purchase meal?
Another great decision, Diamond Dave's in Muscatine.
Are you ready for your house to stand out in your neighborhood? Now's the time to get an upgrade on your roof to a unique lifetime roofing system with Old Town Group, your Quad Cities general contractor, specializing in custom turnkey roofing and siding systems. We're the only installers in the area of the Matterhorn steel roof, and this high-end roofing will save you money with an amazing 50-year warranty and give your home the best new look in the neighborhood. Plus, we're certified CertainTeed Select Shingle Masters, which means any roof we install comes with a 100% warranty on all labor and materials. From big roofs to small roofs, Old Town Group has you covered.
It's an NL Central battle as the Cubs host the Brewers. September 12th on the Quad Cities CW. Over the air channels 26.1 and 4.2. BDCom Digital Channel 713 and Dish and Direct TV Channel 26.
Your local Pinpoint forecast is on the Quad City's greatest hits, the new Kick 104.9.
So I ordered new glasses, and I ran out for a little fast food, and I was just about to eat when this man catches me, yelling, "Your glasses are ready!" Wow, and I thought I was fast.
Hey, dreaming about cheetahs again?
No, just how to make glasses faster.
With a Lens Lab in every store, no one makes glasses faster than we do. And 2 pairs start at just $38.71. Vision for less.
Right glasses.
Right price.
Right now.
If the temperature doesn't match what you feel, it's time to call Bettendorf Heating and Air Conditioning. We offer 24-hour emergency service from our certified trained technicians. We can help you with any repair and provide a new installation using high-efficiency York heating and air conditioning units made in the USA. Take advantage of our comprehensive maintenance programs to help keep your heating and cooling equipment running efficiently for years to come. Call now for your free estimate. Bettendorf Heating and Air Conditioning. Sales with service 24 hours a day.
WHBF is local for Silvis and local for you. This is Local 4 News at 5.
President Trump's Supreme Court nominee is back in the hot seat on the second day of his nomination hearing, this time fielding tough questions from members of the Senate Judiciary Committee. Mola Langi has the latest from Capitol Hill in tonight's national headlines.
No one is above the law in our constitutional system.
Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh pledged to be independent from President Trump on the second day of his confirmation hearing.
What sort of loyalty will you owe to the president?
Senator, if confirmed to the Supreme Court and as a sitting judge, I owe my loyalty to the Constitution.
Senate lawmakers pressed the 53-year-old conservative on executive power.
Can a sitting president be required to respond to a subpoena?
I can't give you an answer on that hypothetical question.
Democrat Dick Durbin challenged Kavanaugh to stop the proceedings until all documents from his time with President George W. Bush's administration are released.
Why won't you do that?
Senator, I do not believe that's consistent with what prior nominees have done who've been in this circumstance.
Lawmakers on both sides each got 30 minutes to question Kavanaugh on issues like gun rights and abortion.
Can you sit down with you and 4 other judges and overrule Roe v. Wade just because you want to?
Senator, Roe v. Wade's an important precedent of the Supreme Court.
My protesters repeatedly interrupted the hearing, but Kavanaugh pressed on.
One of the reasons people have objected to your nomination is, I believe the quote was, you have Republican blood flowing in your veins.
I've been a judge for 12 years, very proud of that record, and been an independent judge for 12 years.
If confirmed, Kavanaugh would replace retired Supreme Court Justice Anthony Kennedy. Mola Lengi, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
And Senate Democrats also pressed Kavanaugh on hacked emails, which he denied knowing about. President Trump is trashing Bob Woodward's upcoming book titled Fear, Trump in the White House. In the book, Woodward writes that White House Chief of Staff John Kelly said of President Trump, he is an idiot. It's pointless to try to convince him of anything. He's gone off the rails and we are in crazy town. The famed Washington Post journalist also writes Defense Secretary James Mattis told close associates his commander-in-chief acted and had the understanding of a 5th or 6th grader. Both men have denied those comments. Well, forget the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC. There is a new boy band breaking through in America. Fans have been lined up for days outside the Staples Center in Los Angeles for the South Korean group called BTS. The 7-member South Korean boy band is kicking off their North American tour tonight, where they will perform for thousands of fans over the next 4 nights. They have broken social media and K-pop records like Taylor Swift's record on YouTube for the most views in 24 hours. Many fans say they've spent thousands of dollars on tickets. Still to come, Chief Meteorologist Andy McCrae tells us when we will see rain and thunderstorms tonight, and where and why Jeff Goldblum was tickling the ivories. You're watching Local 4 News at 5.
Now at Menards, save big money on your next project with 11% off everything. Save on landscape blocks to create your ideal outdoor living space. Whether it's a spacious patio or a sturdy retaining wall, there's no limit to what you can create with so many styles and options to choose from. Pick up Lakewood retaining wall blocks for only $177 each after sale price and 11% off. Stop waiting and start saving with 11% off everything. Now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
I think what drew us to Sybaris the first time was wanting to put a little more effort in our relationship. For any couple, really, it's what you need at certain times of your life.
My best memory of Sybaris was walking in the door for the first time. My mouth dropped. It was relaxing and soothing, and it was just how it was supposed to be.
Discover special offers at Sybaris.com.
Over 1 million of our loved ones are in nursing homes today. We hope and pray that they receive the best care. Unfortunately, too often that doesn't happen. Every day we receive calls from families heartbroken that their loved ones are suffering from severe bed sores or have broken bones after falling, as well as many other unexplained injuries. These are often caused by nursing home neglect or abuse, and is devastating to your family. You only have a limited time to file a claim. Don't wait. Call 1-800-541-7111.
Find fun, useful content, contests, and features when scrolling through the Don't Miss section of OurQuadCities.com.
Excuse me, this bill is almost double what I was expecting.
Well, it covers all your work, and then some.
Then some?
Like office supplies.
Those are fish.
Well, I'm off to the club.
Then some?
Okay, let's try something new.
And here's your statement.
I could hug you.
Bring it in.
At Aspen Dental, we're a different kind of dentist. That's why we offer a free new patient exam. Schedule online or call 1-800-ASPEN-DENTAL.
The time to buy is here at Camping World's Model Year Closeout. We must make room for new inventory and have priced all 2018 models to sell now. Take an extra $250 off any new 2018 RV and save up to 41% off MSRP. Hit the road this fall in a new 2018 travel trailer with select models starting at only $99 per month. Hurry! These offers end September 30th at the Model Year Closeout, and it's only at Camping World under the giant American flag off Highway 61 in Davenport.
Tonight on the CBS Evening News, Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh questioned on presidential powers and Roe v. Wade. We are in Afghanistan in the middle of America's longest war. And wise Wally, the 94-year-old, imparting life lessons every day to middle schoolers. Tonight on the CBS Evening News.
Then coming up on Local 4 News at 6, put some extra cash in your pocket and help solve a crime with our Fugitive of the Week. And for the 66th time, Iowa and Iowa State will meet up. We'll see if Iowa can follow up last year's win with another one in Iowa City. But first, Hollywood actor Jeff Goldblum has faced dinosaurs and aliens in his movie franchises, and today he showed off some different skills playing some jazz music. The Jurassic Park and Independence Day actor surprised commuters at a London train station by performing music from his forthcoming jazz album on a public piano. Crowds gathered around the 65-year-old and applauded his solo performance. The album is set to be released in November. That's pretty cool. I have to admit, I don't know if I saw him playing, if I would have known who he was, but I mean, I would stay in there and listen because he sounded pretty good.
Always cool to find out about these little known talents that some people have. I feel like especially for me when it's like a musical talent, because that is something I certainly do not have.
Yeah, we have that in common.
That is not our thing. All right, it did sound pretty good though, and let's check out the 10-day forecast here. If you like the sound of rain coming down on the windows, you'll have that in the Quad Cities over the next few hours. Rainy tonight. The chances for rain this weekend, though, looking a little lower. The real heavy rain from Gordon, that should stay south of the Quad Cities.
All right, thanks for joining us. We'll see you back here tonight for Local 4 News at 6.
WHBF is local for Walcott and local for you. This is Local 4 News at 5. Follow Local 4 News 24 hours.